grab the supplies that you have. A paper pad, some cutouts, a little bit of fabric, some charms, a few flat back pearls. I have my gold pin here, my Sari silk. You could use ribbon or lace. And I have an inexpensive notebook. Let's start to create together. Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. We have reviewed all of our pieces that we have. Now let's put them together and make something really cute. You can use it for yourself or you could give it as a gift. Let's start with the notebook. Now I purchased this notebook from the Dollar Tree. So it was $1.25. So it was $1.25. This journal is 6 inches by 8 inches and it has 30 sheets of paper in it. The pages are lined and it looks like this. It has a hard cardstock cover and we're going to cover it up, make it more unique for us. Now I am going to use my newest paper pad, the Paper Studio Cardstock True Blue. It has all these beautiful patterns inside, and I have already selected these two. I thought they go nicely together. I also selected my butterflies to go with it. I think they blend nicely. I've already taken my gold pin and I have outlined this butterfly so you can see the difference between the two. One is outlined, one is not. I have a little bit of fabric. It's approximately 2 inches wide and it's definitely as long as my journal. I also have 2 charms right here that I thought we could use. And I have a few flat back pearls. So what we want to do first is take our paper. Now this is 12 by 12 inch paper. 12 by 12 inch paper. I have selected the ones that I want to use, and you'll probably need 2 because it's not going to cover the whole thing. You're missing just a little bit if you get a journal that is 6 inches by 8 inches. I don't know what size your journal will be. You want to decide which one do you want to use as your main cover. I think I'd like to use this one right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tacky glue and I'm going to place my glue on my front cover just like this, and I'm going to place it around the edges as well as the inside. Taking my paper, I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to go ahead and now my paper it's not an up and down or anything. You can put it absolutely in a direction that you want. But if you have a definite up and down paper, then you'll want to pay attention to that. I'm going to move this up so you can see a little better, and I'm going to place my decorative paper right onto here. Now I'm actually going to trim this out just a little bit. I would rather trim it out than be short, so giving myself just a little bit to trim, or maybe I won't. If it's even, I may just leave it like that. I probably will trim it though. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing to this side. Adding my glue. Oh, you know what? It's not going to go all the way to the edge. I already know that because I measured. So it's going to go, maybe about right here. And then I'm just going to lay this down. Pick this piece up, this side up, so that it gets stuck, completely stuck on there. I'm just looking to make sure And it's really getting stuck the way I want it to. And I think it is. And it's really nice, this cardstock, because you're not going to worry about thin paper and it ripping through, because thin paper will maybe not be able to take the glue and the stress. Alrighty, so we've got that, just like that. It's time to trim our paper. I'm just following along. I think I better open it up. There we go. I'm going to follow along the edge of my notebook. I'm going to trim this out completely. Very nice. Very pleased with that. Maybe just a little bit of trimming on this side. I also need to add a little bit of glue here. All right, so now we're going to need to cover this part and the inside. This is where I'm going to switch to my other cardstock, or you could use your remainder if you want the front to be all one print. And I'm kind of thinking maybe I do. Man, those match up pretty good, whether it's because of the print. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to line this up the best I can here on the edge. And I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to go straight down the best I can on the edge, fill in the center a little bit. Looks like I need to glue this down just a little bit better right there. And then lay my paper on here. Let's trim it out a little bit. Folding this over. A little bit more glue. All right. So there we have our front cover and part of the inside. And I'm going to just continue to cover my page, my paper. This is all that I have left of that one print. So I'm definitely going to switch over to this one. And I could either go all the way or I could start here. I think I'm going to just start halfway. So let's do this side first because it will use up more of the paper. And I need to take it around the edge. So this side is the way I need to do it. At least this is the way it's easiest for me. I'm going to cover it up about right there. So this is why I line it up the best I can to be straight. And then I just choose a line on my grid and bring it on down straight as I can, which is not very straight, was it? No, I'm wiggling. It's okay. Adding my paper. I do that because it will get some glue on the edge of my paper, help me move it around, and also get glue on the very edge of that paper. I stuck it in the glue and I just kind of moved the paper in the glue and picked it back up. That's what I was doing. I was getting the glue to get on the edge of the paper. All right, so now what I think I need to do is cut this straight. And to be able for me to do that, I'm going to need to place it on a grid and see if I can't get it as straight as possible. I'm going to need to trim that. So we're going to finish covering the journal. I decided to leave this part in so that you can see exactly what you need to do to finish the inside and splicing your pages together. So this is going to be, well, it is the back inside. There it is right there. I just glued that down. And now we're working on the inside front of the journal. So laying the piece down, getting it in place. Now I'm just kind of checking it out to see if I need to trim anywhere, and I do. So giving little trims where the pages are too long. And checking it out, just keep checking and looking and seeing what I need to do. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know which way I like it better. I don't know if I like this to be, I thought I was going to have the solid, this to be the front. But I kind of like this now. All right, well, we will decide that once we get to decorating. Now, I'm going to take some of this Sari silk, and it's torn down to be a thinner strip, not as wide. And I'm going to place it right in the fold, right here. I'm going to place it right in there. I think I want a little wider piece. All right, so remove this. I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to get my glue, and I'm going to add my glue down in here. It's going to help strengthen this portion right here because there's only 2 staples holding this book together, and it's going to help keep the pages or the cover from pulling out from the pages, and vice versa. I just think it helps the structure, and I'm just sticking it in there so it grabs a hold. I've got some strings here I need to address, and I'm really not pushing hard. I'm just seeing if I can get it to be fairly flat. Now I need to leave this open a little bit so that it doesn't glue my cover to my front page. For the light, there you go. Now you can see that much better. It does add nice support. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. While we're waiting for that to dry, I have my butterflies. And as I said in the beginning, I have this metallic color pen. It says Office Trend. And I'm going to use it to basically take away this white and to add a little gold to my project. I'm also doing the edge to take away the white. If you plan on giving these for Christmas, it really is not too early to start. All right, I believe we're dry enough that we can continue. I do think I want this to be the front and this to be the back. And that's because these leaves are going like this, and I have a thing about the stems being down. This is when you're going to need your strip of fabric. As I said earlier, it is 2 inches wide, and it's going to fit right on the edge of your spine. And I'm going to decide how far in I want it to go. I'm going to go as straight as I can. And then right here on the edge, flip it over. And now I'm going to add my glue a little bit on the spine, and then I'm just going to roll it over just like this, pulling it with my fingers. And you can see well, I can see, I don't know if you can see, the glue kind of comes through the fabric, and that's okay. I'm just wiping that off. I've got it fairly dry, good enough for us to continue on. So I'm going to trim, and I'm going to leave myself just a little bit of fabric. And you can always take your fabric and you can fray it as much as you want, or you could trim it down to the edge of your notebook if you want to. This is the back, this is the front. If it's warping just a little bit, don't worry about it. You can always, when you get finished, set it underneath a heavy book and it will be perfect. And there's the inside. I really like how that inside looks. I think that really finishes off the inside. You're not going to have any problem with that paper pulling out with only those two staples. Here are our butterflies. Oh, aren't they looking good on here? I think this will look fantastic. I do want to do a little something right down the side. I'm really not sure what that might be. Let me bring in a couple of the other ones that I've made so you can see. So there's this one, and I've got those paper flowers right down the side. It has a seam here, just like this one has a seam. And it helped cover the seam up between the two prints. So it looks just like that, and inside, there you go, you have that piece that goes down to finish off the inside. I have 3 different options. I have some of those flowers and the colors that are very much part of this color scheme. We could use these. That's an option. That's a really good option. I like that. Let's try the next option. All right, here is another option. I don't like it as well as I like this first one. I love how this has turned out. I think it's very special. Now, I do want to take my sponge and I'm going to ink up the edge. Now, I'm going to use some Sari silk from Crimson Heart Studios, and it's that same color that we used when we finished off the inside of our journal. And what I want to do is I'm going to just wrap it around, time around, and tie it, well, 2 times, it has 2. And then I have a couple of charms. I have a butterfly charm and I have a circle tree charm. I'm going to place these on my Sari silk. I hope that you have enjoyed this video and it's given you some ideas on things you can make with things that you already have. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.